Hi, my name is Michael Kane. This is my introduction video for class TEM 100. I'm a TEM major at ASU. I'm based out of Sacramento, 34 years old. I'm just going back to school now. I never finished school after high school. I graduated high school and I did culinary school. I thought I was going to be a chef for a long time. I come from a family of chefs. My father's a chef, my brother's a chef, lots of foodies. But I realized shortly after that cooking was probably just something I really liked to do, but I didn't know if I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. Um, so I started working for different restaurants, managing, started working on those skill sets, ended up working for an operation and logistics company, worked my way up there, and then I got introduced to startups. And I've been working in startups for the last 10 years, or at least technology and startups for the last 10 years. Currently, I work at Facebook, um, big company based out of the Silicon Valley. Pretty popular. A lot of people use it or have heard of it. I work remote, so like I said, I'm based out of Sacramento, California. I have a family here. I have a son who's 2 years old. His name is Luca. I have a wife named Erica. We live in East Sac. I'm originally from the Bay Area, and before this, lived in Oakland for about 5 6 years. But during the pandemic, we decided to move up here. I love golf. I love cooking. Um, I love movies. I'm taking a screenwriting class. I'd love to write my own screenplay. I'm working on it with a friend right now. Um, I love watching crappy TV. Crappy TV meaning all the stuff my wife watches on Bravo, plus things like Survivor and Amazing Race, and who knows, maybe I'll end up on Survivor one day. We'll see how these videos go. Um, let's see. I for the prompts the ventures I'm most interested in working on now or in the future. I think more recently that have been venture capital firms. I'm very interested in the companies that really help um, the whole startup environment and culture really thrive. It can't be done without venture capital in so many ways. Yes, there's a lot of different ways that venture capital could be viewed. I think in a lot of typical ways, it's very, Silicon Valley, the TV show of rich people who made it big on previous ventures, now investing into smaller companies, and they're just billionaires trying to make more money. Um, there's lots of different ways that people can raise capital. There's government grants. There's family friend rounds, um, and it's interesting how much more the venture capital sector has diversified and gotten very specific, genre specific. Companies now to stand out as venture capital firms need to stand out because there are so many ideas and so many options to go with. So it's interesting to think of venture startups that have an expertise in vetting the types of companies that they're interested in working in and also coming up with their own sort of brand identity that startups can sort of identify and see themselves in and want to partner with these types of venture firms. Very cool to see. There's always the excitement of getting rich one day, and venture capital is a great way to do it. I think you'd have to be honest, is that I think that's a big part for anyone involved. I think it'd be naive for anyone to say that they love it and they don't even think about the money ever. It's probably someone who has plenty of money and still does it. Um, but venture capitals can be very altruistic too, really investing in communities that support our companies that support our communities. And I'd love to be a part of a venture firm that's very conscious and thoughtful of that. An entrepreneur I admire very much and why is a really good friend of mine. His name is Drew Glover. He owns his own venture capital company, Fiat Ventures, and that stemmed from a company that he started before that called Fiat Growth. And he's a hustler. He um, started Fiat Growth while he was still working full time jobs. Um, was always kind of doing as much as he could to um, diversify his relationships, build and grow, leverage those relationships into things that were beneficial to not only himself but the other person on the side of that relationship. He's a really good friend, people person, and I really admired that about him. Um, and he's been able to focus on his own company now, hire multiple employees. They're very specific. They support fintech companies and black and minority companies as well, and it's very inspirational. I'm really proud of the work that he does. I'm really proud of everyone that's involved. It's great to see them grow. It's great to be his friend and see that grow over the years. Um, and like I said, very inspirational for me. I'd love to do something similar one day. Um, I'm trying to take this class to build my baseline skill sets. I've been able to take what I'm good at and leverage that and become successful. And I recognize that there are gaps in my experience and the things that I've learned, and I'd love to be able to better identify those gaps, be cognizant of those, be able to connect the dots from the things that I've seen and the things I'm going to learn in this class. Um, and I'm excited to see what I will learn. So, thank you so much. Have a great semester. Please reach out to me anytime.